Coach Adam Fossett, the B.B. Comer Tigers, presented by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. The Tigers hosting Lynette in the first round of the 2A playoffs tomorrow night down at Leisure Stadium. Coach, good morning.
Good morning.
And congratulations. Since, 1995? It was the first time region champion, right?
Yep. 27 years since the last region championship, and able to finish off this year, go 7-0 in the region, and put us in the playoffs and hosting in the first round.
Let's talk briefly about the last game that you had against Fayetteville, and everybody knew that Fayette was going to be the underdog, but they played hard, but B.B. Comer just too much ammunition for the Wolves.
Yeah, I thought Fayetteville played tough, played well. A lot of young guys. Coach Limbaugh's playing a lot of young guys there. He lost a lot from the previous team, so but came out fast and played well. We were able to run the ball with a couple different guys. Devin was able to complete some passes and do some stuff with his legs, and we were able to, again, defensively step up and play well. Tell
us about this big tackle that scored a touchdown.
Yeah, we gave Brandon Blankenship a carry and gave him a chance to score, and he took advantage of it, got in the end zone, and ran over one of his own guys.
Was his blocker injured on the block?
No, he wasn't injured. He cleaned his clock though, man. He ran right over the guy that was supposed to block for him. So the pulling guard didn't get there quite in time, and got ran over. But
8-2 on the regular season, region champion. A team that you're somewhat familiar with is Lynette Panthers, since you was in the same region with them last year.
Yeah, I think as far as a playoff draw goes, we definitely had a tough draw. You know, Lynette is a storied program. Coach Story does a good job down there, and he's built that program up over the years. They've won a couple state championships, and they do a good job down there of just bringing those guys up. So
what do they do that concerns you?
They're athletic. They're all over the field. Cover a lot of ground. Skill guys are dangerous in space, very, very fast once they get into space. Up front, they've got some big guys that will come off the ball and hit you. So, you know, it's kind of like it's a broken record, I guess, but you have to win the trenches, and we've got to win up front, and that the emphasis on up front is going to be there all night on both sides of the ball.
A lot of people remember Lynette coming to Sylacauga last year in a nail-biter, edging B.B. Comer, with B.B. Comer knocking on the door late in the game.
Yeah, we had our chances late in the game, and block a punt, and you look back at that block punt, we could have scooped and scored, you know, right there. But somebody finally does pick it up and takes it down to about the 3-yard line. And we aren't able to punch it in. So we've discussed that this week. We've practiced at the stadium some this week, and every day at the end of practice, that's where our little team meeting is, at the 3-yard line. So you know, it comes down to execution. It comes down to
those kind of things stick in your mind. You know, plays like that from even 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it sticks with you, and you think about it. As a coach, you think about all the different possibilities and things, and but you also can't dwell on it. Yeah. You know, you can't sit there and worry about it because it has happened. But we have discussed it. We've discussed moving ahead from that, and the opportunity that's in front of us as far as being able to host this game and have our home crowd, and hopefully have some other people come out. You know, there's not a lot of football in this area right now, so we would hope to have a big crowd, hope to have some local people that from other schools to come out and support us, and hopefully pick up a big win.
5th year for Coach Adam Fossett. 4 of those 5 years in the playoffs, and you got a wonderful senior group this year too.
Yeah, we have a good group. We have 6 guys that do a good job for us. 5 of those 6 have been with us since I've been here, and then one of them joined after my first year. So I've been with them a long time. They put in the work. They do a good job knowing the expectations and knowing what to do. So you want those guys to have the best experience possible, and you want them to remember these times. I explained to them, to the whole group a few weeks back, like, this should be the best time of your life. Like, this ought to be, I understand practice is tough and it's, practice stinks, but this is still some of the best times of your life, and you're garnering a lot of memories right now, whether you realize it or not. So hopefully we have a lot of memories made with this group, and hopefully we have many more to make.
I'm assuming that tickets will go through GoFan or?
Yeah, so with it being the playoffs, the HSA, they handle all the ticketing. So the ticket prices, the setup, and everything else is through GoFan. HSA sets the price. I think tickets for the first round are $10, and you go on GoFan.co, and it's a lot of people get it mixed up because it's .co, it's not .com. So, but we also have a card reader. So if you don't buy your tickets in advance, you can go to the front gate and use a debit or credit card, and they can get you in the game that way.
Yeah.
So
Kickoff at 7 o'clock tomorrow night against the Lynette Panthers. Before we go this morning, B.B. Comer was able to flex their muscles a little bit in several games this year, including against Fayetteville with big plays. How important that you break a big play or two Friday night?
It's going to be big. We've got to have some big plays, and we've got to have some. We've got to have a few big plays, and we've got to keep big plays from happening. So, and special teams is going to be huge. We've got to win the special teams battle, and you want to win all three phases of the game, but special teams especially got to be an emphasis on it as far as our kickoff game and punt game and things like that. As far as covering and blocking and doing everything we're supposed to do.
Good week of practice?
So far, a pretty good week. The way our schedule's set up, having a week off, generally, I've really gone to that model because I enjoy having that week off to get guys healthy. And this season's kind of been an odd season for us because our injuries were kind of on the front end, and we got healthier as the season went on. So we're kind of restless right now. Guys are kind of restless, and the coaches are kind of restless. So it's good that we will be able to play tomorrow and get all that out of our system. My concerns are, hey, how do we start? Do we start fast? Do we start slow? And Lynette's in the same situation. They didn't play last week, so they've had the same time off to get healthy and work on the things that they need to work on. So, we're all in the same situation. It's who reacts the best and who reacts the fastest.
All right, B.B. Comer, Lynette, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kick at Leisure Stadium in Silicon. Coach Adam Fossett, brought to you by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. More Daybreak coming up in just a minute.